The Los Angeles Clippers escape with a nail-biting 122-117 victory over the San Antonio Spurs in what turned out to be a wild rollercoaster of a night in downtown LA. Before we jump into this intense back-and-forth battle, do us a huge favor, subscribe to Basketball Insider USA. Your support helps us grow and continue to bring you the most detailed and passionate NBA content on YouTube. Let's break it down. Right from the tip, the energy inside Crypto.com arena felt electric, and it was clear the Clippers came ready to play. Ivica Zubac, the anchor of this Clippers squad, wasted no time making an impact. Off the opening possession, he muscled his way inside and dropped in an easy hook shot, extending his streak to 13 consecutive made field goals and showing why he's been one of the league's most dependable bigs this season. Tonight marked his 77th game played, a career high, and he played like a man on a mission. But the Spurs weren't backing down. Just minutes later, Tre Jones lobbed it up to Dominic Barlow, who soared through the air and threw down a vicious alley-oop slam that got the entire bench off their feet. That was the first sign that San Antonio came to battle. Harrison Ingram started heating up quickly, knocking down back-to-back threes from the wing, showing off that veteran poise and perfect shooting mechanics. San Antonio was executing well, spacing the floor and moving without the ball, something they've improved on dramatically post-All-Star break. James Harden then answered, driving with purpose, drawing a foul through contact, and converting the and-one to settle things back down for LA. He controlled the tempo and showed flashes of his MVP-level court vision early. With Norman Powell also drilling a wing three, the Clippers began to find their rhythm midway through the quarter. At the end of the first, the Clippers held a narrow lead, shooting efficiently from the field while maintaining good spacing. The Spurs, however, matched their energy stride for stride. San Antonio came out swinging to start the second. Blake Wesley's defensive pressure led to some transition buckets, and Ingram continued to shine, this time with some nifty footwork down low to finish through traffic. Then came Bogdan Bogdanović, who caught fire from deep, drilling a triple that gave the Spurs their first real burst of momentum. Meanwhile, Zubac kept dominating the glass and set a punishing tone in the paint. On one possession, he whipped a slick lob to Derrick Jones Jr., who again delivered with a thunderous slam, this time getting hit in midair and still converting the and-one. Chris Paul was methodical during this stretch. He knocked down a smooth pull-up three, danced his way into a mid-range fadeaway over Zubac, and continued directing traffic like the maestro he is. Even at this stage in his career, Paul's control over the half-court offense is still surgical. San Antonio responded with energy from rookie Stephon Castle, who found ways to get downhill and draw contact. Keldon Johnson also joined the scoring party, powering his way to the rim with physical finishes in the lane. The half closed with a buzzer-beater type sequence. Zubac tipped a rebound to Powell, who drilled a corner three to give LA a two-point cushion going into the locker room. The game was fast, physical, and already looking like it would go down to the wire. The Clippers stormed out of halftime with aggression. They hit their first 5 shots of the third quarter and looked like a team ready to break the game open. James Harden picked apart San Antonio's defense, feeding Derrick Jones Jr. for another jaw-dropping alley-oop and calmly gliding into floaters off pick-and-rolls. Ivica Zubac was everywhere, dominating the boards, setting hard screens, rolling to the rim, and finishing through contact. He recorded his umpteenth double-double of the season and made it look routine. His effort on both ends gave LA second chances and kept the momentum squarely on their side. Harden, now fully in rhythm, pulled up from three-point range and nailed one that brought the crowd to their feet. It was clear, the beard was cooking. But San Antonio refused to fold. Ingram came alive once again from deep, silencing the Clippers' run with a dagger three. Castle showed no fear, attacking the defense with confidence, floating shots over contesting hands, and converting tough drives in traffic. The rookie was relentless, proving he can hang under the bright lights. Still, the Clippers maintained control, ending the quarter up by 13. But the Spurs weren't going away. The final 12 minutes turned into a full-on war. San Antonio came out energized, and Castle continued his breakout performance. He hung in the air on a tough baseline drive, hit a tough runner through contact, and showed the poise of a seasoned veteran. Suddenly, the Spurs had trimmed the lead to single digits. Bogdanović followed it up with a huge transition three, and just like that, the Clippers found themselves in a two-possession game. Keldon Johnson added to the charge with a powerful drive through traffic, cutting the lead to 4 with under 5 minutes to play. That's when the Clippers needed someone to close, and James Harden stepped up again. He maneuvered into the paint, drew defenders, and dished to Norman Powell, who drained a wide-open three. Powell finished with 18 on the night, providing the steady scoring presence LA needed. With under 2 minutes to go, Harden drove left, kicked it out to Brandon Boston Jr., who drilled a deep three from the corner, effectively sealing the game. The Spurs made one last push, but Zubac tipped a key rebound, and the Clippers bled the clock from there. The final buzzer sounded, and the Clippers escaped with a hard-fought 122-117 win. This was a team win, with standout performances across the board. Zubac finished with 20 points and 19 rebounds, continuing his quietly dominant season. Harden dropped 14 points with 12 assists, orchestrating everything with ease. Powell and Jones Jr. delivered timely shots and momentum-swinging plays. The Spurs, led by a fiery Harrison Ingram and an impressive outing from Castle, made it tough all the way through. But in the end, experience and execution gave the Clippers the edge. If you loved this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe to Basketball Insider USA for more in-depth NBA coverage, highlights, and analysis. Every click, every like, and every sub helps keep this channel going strong. We appreciate you.